There is some major mold.
We are the Farmer family, and we have been missionaries for most of our lives.
We've been on some epic adventures and thought it was about time to take you along.
Hey guys, welcome back on another epic missionary adventure.
We have been gone from our house for about 4 months now, and we just arrived home. We haven't stepped inside. It's always a mystery to see what condition our house is in.
But we do know that our electricity got turned off while we were away. Everything in our fridge spoiled and it was super nasty. The guys had to clean it out. We had a lot of food that we brought down from the States that we lost. Also, our kitchen flooded while we were away. And so that got cleaned up as well, supposedly, but usually there's a lot of mold. We're at the end of the rainy season and things mold while we're away. And often rats will move in, and so we'll see what the condition of the house is. So before we do that, we're gonna back up a little bit and come along and join us on the ride as we head down to the States. And we'll catch back up with you later in the episode here, and we'll go inside and see what the condition of the house is.
Stay tuned. Maybe there'll be a big surprise.
Every year we have a big Thanksgiving feast. We have all the missionary families from around come, and we usually have about 40 people. So we're taking a couple butterball turkeys down, and we're gonna enjoy a good Thanksgiving.
It's not gonna fit? You're riding behind the driver. You ready to go to Mexico?
Yes.
You ready to go? Do you miss your house there?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to the most?
My friends.
Awesome, I can't wait. Are you ready to head back to Mexico?
Yeah,
What are you looking forward to the most?
hot weather.
And how hot is it going to be down there when we get there?
So the first night that we're in Mexico, it's supposed to be 102 degrees.
And what's the temperature here in Colorado?
It's like 39 degrees here.
Are you ready to go back to Mexico?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Playing with the Xbox with Dad in Sea of Thieves.
Awesome.
And a big room.
We've spent the last few days packing up and we are about ready to go. Unfortunately, not a lot of what I was wanting to take down is going to fit. As you can see, we are super packed, very loaded. We had to leave back some of my Christmas decorations and other house decorations because school books, clothes, and Christmas presents took top priority. But that's okay. I'll have something to look forward to next time, and hopefully we'll be able to bring them back down then. But we're about ready to go, so we'll see you guys soon.
All right, we're good to go.
I am driving the Suburban and Jasson's driving the truck to Tucson, and then we're all going to join in the Suburban for the rest of the way down. So I have Micah and Katie riding with me today, and you can see how loaded we are. So hopefully everybody will fit in here when we combine. But we have about 32-ish hours to get to Peak. So let's get started. All right, we got to Tucson this morning. We transferred everything from the truck into the Suburban. We're gonna leave the truck here in Tucson till our next trip up to the States. And so we are about, what, an hour?
About an hour probably to the border.
An hour to the border. So we're hoping and praying that we don't get hassled when we cross, especially since we're super loaded this time. the border, they have a red light or a green light when you go through, and if you get the green light, you go through without any inspections. If you get the red light, you have to stop and they come and talk to you, and you never know exactly to what extent they're going to search you. And we got the red light, so we pulled over. The guy was just interested in seeing our car paperwork and checking to make sure that is all correct. We own a Mexican vehicle, and of course everything was in perfect order. Just asking some questions about what we're bringing down. It's all our suitcases and personal items, and then he just waved us through. So thankfully we didn't have to get out of the car, we didn't have to unload anything. That was really nice. But I didn't get any video of that because that's always a sensitive situation, and they don't like video cameras going through that process. So, but we can tell we're back in Mexico because the roads are extremely bumpy. If you guys are interested in driving in Mexico and want to learn more about that, why don't you check out our previous video, 10 driving tips for Mexico. Driving through Mexico, there's not a lot of options for food. So often at the toll booths, they'll have little cafe things that will get be able to get some fast food. This here is some burritos. And then I think the kids have some tamales. What do you got, Micah?
Tamale.
Today is the day that we're going to arrive back at our house. After being gone 4 months, I'm a little nervous to see what the condition of the house is going to be like. But thankfully, today, right at this moment, I have a lady there cleaning it. She's sweeping and mopping and wiping some of the dust down. So hopefully the first layer of dirt will be taken care of, but I'm sure there's going to be so much more that I need to do when I get home.
Only 490 miles to go.
Even when we're in the car, we have to do school still. It's so boring.
The kids may not be real thrilled about it, but doing school in the car allows us not to fall too far behind, especially since we have so many travel days in the year, and it helps them pass the time even though they may not enjoy it.
You know what I'm looking forward to tonight? After 4 months on the road, I'm looking forward to my own bed tonight. Last time we came home from our furlough, we found out the roof had been leaking on the bed and it had a big wet spot on it. So we're hoping there's nothing like that. Everything's good. And we'll get to enjoy our own bed tonight. That'd be great.
I'm really excited to be almost home, but part of me is also dreading it because it's always so much work. I mean, look at this vehicle. We are so jam-packed, and it's always such a tremendous job unpacking the vehicle, unloading our suitcases, and getting everything settled in our house. But often before I can even do that, I have to clean my house and get that all situated before I feel like I can unpack everything. This is it, guys. We're here. We're in Tepic.
Yeah. Finally, we're home.
What?
All right, we're here, guys. Woo! Yes. That's a Roby.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Well, we can see that our weeds have been growing very well.
My mom's rug made it through the entire way.
My rod.
It's been a long time for Nacho. Ready, Nach?
The pigeons, my nemesis.
All right, we've made it back, and we're gonna go in and see what we find here. Smells moldy. Let's see, it smells a little moldy. But I think that's just the smell of our house here in Mexico. That's the new dishwasher, guys. Hey, but while we were away, one of our missionary friends moved back up to the States. Our dishwasher hasn't been working for the last 2 years. They were selling theirs, and so we bought their dishwasher. We're gonna put it into our dishwasher, and hopefully we'll have a dishwasher again, because these little dishwashers are getting cranky.
All right. I don't know if there's going to be any lingering smell from the rotting meat that sat in there for a week. So let's test it out. Supposedly our coworkers came and cleaned it all out and washed it out for us, which I'm so thankful they did.
There's all this butter, all the bugs in there. Oh, that reeks. All your pepperoni pizzas, however many's in there. Some stir fry, different stuff, I don't even know. But it's leaking out and it's kind of spilled on the floor. So we'll get this all cleaned up and get you figured out. Those are all maggot eggs or whatever, I don't know, it's gross.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean.
I don't smell it.
I don't smell anything bad. So I think it'll be all set and ready. I'll go shopping tomorrow morning, first thing, and we'll have to restock our fridge again.
Can I go shopping with you?
Yeah, you can go shopping with me. Pick out some good stuff. So we'll pick out some good fruits and veggies, some pineapple, mango, avocados. I can't wait. That's one thing I love about being here is all the fresh fruits and veggies. So all right, let's keep looking. Let's go to the living room. Oh no! Someone stole our furniture. Just joking. We take our couches and put them upstairs before we left because it molds really bad in this room while we're gone. So there's not too much in here now that can get ruined. But let's go upstairs and check the couches, see how they fared upstairs.
Looks like one of our living room panels is falling off. We'll have to fix that.
All right. So I have this all covered with these sheets here, but I had a lady come in earlier today and she took them all down and did some cleaning for me, so they don't look too moldy. Normally things up here don't mold. Oh wait, actually I think I do see some mold over there. So we moved our bed away from the wall before we left because last time we were here, remember the air conditioner up there leaked and got our pillows and bed all wet. So I'm checking it here, see if there's any sign of water damage coming in. We had a guy that was supposed to check our house once a week while we were gone to make sure that there wasn't any water coming in the house and to keep an eye on stuff. So let me check the bed over. Looks all good. I don't think I see anything over here. By this door always leaks when it rains really hard. Oh yeah, so I put this towel down the crack in the door, and this has been very wet. It's wet, starting to mold. We'll give this a good wash. It's an old rag, it'll be fine, but that will help. That protected our room a little bit. So over the next day or two, as I poke into new cupboards and stuff, I'll probably discover things that have been mold, maybe evidence of rats or bats, but if I find anything, I'll let you guys know. Well, it's a little bit like a jungle out here. It's amazing how fast these plants grow, but with a little trimming, I think I can make everything look good again. Doesn't look like too many of the plants have died, so that's a good thing. We still need to unload the vehicle, so let's get working on that, and then we need to go find some supper. All right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
So before we can sit down and relax at all, we need to get these couches put together. But I can't sit down and relax until I unload the cooler and get everything into the fridge from our trip. Looks like our cooler made it. The stuff in there is not frozen anymore, but it's very cold, so we're good to go. The reason that we cover all of our furniture, our chairs, desks, TV, in sheets is to protect it from the dust. There's an incredible amount of dust that we get in our house, and most of it is due to our windows. We have louvers, which are little slats of glass, and they allow a lot of dust to come through, along with the moisture and everything like that. There is some major mold on these kitchen utensils. I found that that's one thing that collects mold really bad, is wood, things that are made out of wood, and also anything that has any food residue, which would be cooking utensils, cooking pans, anything like that. So I'm gonna go look in here in my pans and see what that's gonna look like. So these pans are completely covered in mold, and I bet if I looked in my other cabinets, a lot of my other dishes probably are too. So that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, is washing dishes. Unless I can get Katie girl to wash dishes for me.
No.
We'll see about that.
I haven't been here that long and my feet's already like black.
Show me. Oh, how did your feet get so dirty?
Because of all the dust on the ground.
Oh, you better go wash your feet before you get in bed then.
I guess.
We didn't get too early of a start this morning on our cleaning. We were all pretty wiped out. Well, I was wiped out, so we kind of had a slower morning, but now we're getting our work done. I'm hoping to get the kitchen all situated by lunchtime. These kids are taking the day off of school. One, because we have so much cleaning to do and I need help, and two, most of their school books are still packed up and I need time to unpack them. But hopefully we'll get the kitchen all done, cleaned and unpacked by lunchtime, and then we can start working on our beds. I got sheets are in the laundry. I got several loads of towels and blankets and stuff to do yet, so we'll see how much we get done today. What you doing, Katie?
Wiping the chairs to wipe off the mold on it. Also, there's a lot of mold on this table.
Really?
Yeah.
So, why aren't you doing school?
Because it's a work day and school is really boring.
So what would you rather be doing, school or cleaning?
Cleaning.
Awesome. And your school books are still all packed, so we need to unpack them yet.
Also, show them. Let's show you underneath the table.
There it is. That's a lot of mold. Some of you may be wondering what we use to clean the mold off. I use a water vinegar mixture to wipe everything down. I like vinegar so much better than bleach, and I think it does a much better job, and it's less likely to damage anything that we wipe down. So we made it to the grocery store, and I'm back unloading groceries, and I think I'm gonna have to clean out my pantry before I can put any more food in there, because I've discovered a significant amount of gecko poop. Let me show you. So geckos is actually pretty normal to have inside our house, and I usually like them because they eat insects, but they do kind of leave droppings around here and there, so you just have to pick them up. Oh, but one more thing I wanted to show you that I found in the pantry. I noticed that my container of honey was open. The lid was popped open, and it looks like something is floating in the top. I don't know that you can see it. From my best guess, it looks like 2 gecko bodies in there, and it stinks pretty bad when I opened the top, or when I looked inside of it, so I think I'm gonna have to throw this whole thing of honey. Also, Jason started flying for a medical clinic first thing this morning, so we really hit the ground running. We made it back just in time for him to go do that, but there's gonna be a pile of stuff that I need help with around the house when he gets done with that. Our faucet is leaking, my cappuccino machine isn't working, which is definitely a necessity, and the car has a leaky hose. I'm not exactly sure what it is that's leaking out of it, so I can't drive that. That's probably the top priority, is to get the car working so I can go and get some more food and do errands and stuff that we need to get done right away. All right, so I have the pantry cleaned out, and now I'm putting all of our food that we got in the States back in here. This top shelf here is my shelf that I put our precious American food in our stockpile. Some of the things that we like to buy in the States is cream of chicken soup, pumpkin pie filling, baked beans, coffee syrups, Taco Bell sauce, pickles, sweet onion, or not sweet onion, the onion dip mix, and some spices, gravy packets, and so I will keep working on this.
There was only one man for the job.
So this here is our drinking water, and as Jason mentioned earlier, we had a big water leak in our kitchen while we were gone due to our drinking water system leaking somehow. And so that first night that we were here, he spent some time trying to get it fixed so we can have drinking water, but unfortunately he wasn't able to figure out the problem quickly, and so I will just add that to his list of things that he needs to get done right away as soon as this medical clinic is over. But until that gets fixed, we will just use bottled water that we bought from the store, so no big deal. A little bit inconvenient, but we can handle it. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not, but we just discovered that Katie's toilet is leaking. We've had issues with this in the past, so if you want more information about that, check out our video about no water in Mexico. So I will just add this to the list of the things that Jason needs to get done, but for right now, we will just put a towel down there or a bucket or something to soak up the water. You may be thinking, oh my goodness, there's so many things that are going wrong, but this is actually pretty typical when we come back after being gone so long, that there's a lot of things that need our attention right away, and a lot of things didn't fare so well while we're gone. I am exhausted. That was a lot of work. I think I'm ready for a break. I forgot about how hot it is down here. I think that will take some adjusting. What do you think, Noah? Is that hot enough for you or not?
It's just right. I love it.
So you think after living in Mexico almost 12 years that we would become used to traveling back and forth between here and the States, but it actually is a really big adjustment every time we come back to Mexico, mainly because we become used to the familiar way that Americans do things, and we have to kind of remember again, okay, this is how things are done here in Mexico. But especially the biggest adjustment for me is the cleanliness of the houses. In the States, you're able to seal up your house and keep things fairly clean easily. Down here, it's just really difficult to get things clean, and it's not just our house, it's everywhere. All places in Mexico seem to be like this. It's harder to seal up the houses. The dust gets in the house very easily. Within a day or two, I have a layer of dust over everything, and mold is a really big issue that we have to deal with. And so once we take that first step back into our house again, I'm just shocked at, oh my goodness, my house is so dirty. Not only because we've been gone so long, but just the level of cleanliness is just a lot lower here normally all the time. But after a couple of weeks, I become used to it. I don't see all the dirty spots and the crumbling walls and notice it quite as drastically. So that's a good thing that, you know, it just becomes more normal, I guess. That's how you could say it. But I just hope that this will give you guys a better picture about what missionaries go through as they travel back and forth between their serving country and their home country. And just remember to keep all of us in your prayers. We desperately need them every day. And I hope that you will come along on our next missionary adventure.